What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have the second match from the top four from the North American Championship Joust 2017 held at Gen Con, brought to you by these awesome people at donateonpatreon.com. To help support the channel, you can do so by clicking the link in the description below. In this one, we have Alex playing Martell Banner of the Stag, aka Cancer Lancer on the left. And on the right, we got Shaun, who we've seen in a few videos already, playing the Lannister Rains Clansman Jumper variant. And Alex playing with a bunch of house cards and banners there to just mess with us, but they all look pretty nice. And he has set up a bunch of locations. He's got a Gash and Grey, an Iron Throne, the Boneway, and a Chamber of the Painted Table. On the right side, we got a couple, actually 3 Clansmen in a Rose Road. Looks like the Stone Crows, Timmet, and a Burnman. Nope, maybe not Timmet. It's Shaga, son of Dolph, in the middle there, actually, and the Stone Crow's on the bottom. What's Shaga do? Shaga, well, Shaga, son of Dolph is in your hand. He gains ambush 0 if you control a Clansman character or Tyrion Lannister. He has a forced reaction after Shaga, son of Dolph enters play using ambush. Choose and kill a Lannister character you control. So that's not really doing anything for us right now. And the Stone Crows, they have ambush 3, bestow 2, not really doing anything for us on the board. They have a reaction after you win a challenge in which Stone Crows is attacking to discard 1 gold from it to have the losing opponent choose and kill a defending character. Well, with no gold on them, they're not doing that. So we got Late Summer Feast on the right for the plots, and on the left we got Building Orders looking for another location or attachment. I don't know what he's searching for since he has basically every location you'd want except for, I guess, Econ. And I was right, there's a Dornish Fiefdoms. That's Econ, so it's the only location he's missing. And like I said, this is the Cancer Lancer deck on the left here, the Martell Stag that we saw earlier in this video series, Chris Thompson playing. I'm not sure if we've seen it otherwise, but this is Alex's first appearance in this tournament, I believe. So let's see if a Lannister Rains Clansman here can defeat the Cancer Lancer deck. And going first to that Late Summer Feast. Might be looking to cover up that plot after he uses the gold on it. Doesn't want to give his opponent card draw, I'm assuming. So he's looking to get a range trigger off. But right now, no intrigue icons on the table. But as we've seen him in previous games, if he gets Harrenhal out on the table, and maybe the Mountains of the Moon, he can bomb someone in using Harrenhal or other Clansman tricks and give intrigue icons out. And before you know it, he's winning intrigues by 5. So Western Fiefdoms to start for his limited here in round 1. So like I said, we're at the top 4 table here of Gen Con. You've already seen the first top 4 match, so the winner of this will play that winner of that one. If you haven't seen that other top 4 match, you should go check that out now before moving on to the finals, obviously. And you can check all the previous games from this series and other Game of Thrones tournaments and some Legend of the Five Rings stuff lately on Rob's Gaming Table on YouTube under the playlist section. Just scroll down on the page there, you'll see it. So we have Timmet coming out with the dupe, and we have Olmar coming out with, or Ulf, son of Umar, sorry, coming out with the dupe. So we got a Clansman party out here, got a Landsport merchant also. So like myself, Alex is going to sit here and read Clansman cards he's probably not seen him play before. And I'll admit, when Shaun came up to me during the tournament to tell me, you know, he was in the graduated cut and he's looking forward to playing on video, and then told me about his deck and started saying it's a Clansman deck, I didn't believe him, to be honest. 170 something players in the tournament. He's sitting there in the top 32, and now here we see him in the top 4. Yes, with a Clansman deck. I didn't think that running up to Gen Con, that's for sure. And here he is, the basically final standing Lannister Rains deck of the whole tournament, sitting here in the top 4. And it's not even the standard Lannister Rains. Not even close. So that's pretty interesting. That's cool. Shows the game's in a good spot, I believe. And Martell here at the top 4 too. Who would have thought that? So Green Blood Trader coming in there. He's looking at 2 cards, deciding which one he wants to throw into his hand there, and the other one on the bottom of his deck. So Gas and Gray not really going to play too much of a troublesome card here for Shaun, the Lannister player, since he probably wants some of these Clansmen back in hand anyway, so we might not see it used to the usual great effect by throwing 7 costers back in hand. It may just throw a nice Clansman back in hand that kind of jump right back out at you or be used for something else. So I'm sure Shaun's kind of happy to see Gas and Gray over there. I could be wrong, though. I don't play Lanny Jumper at all, ever. Never. I tried it once on a casual night, but just, yeah, wasn't really feeling it. But that was back in the day before I got some of these cool Klansman cards. And now with the Iron Bank has its due, or whatever it's called, I can see that being pretty useful in the deck also. That was also before Harrenhal, I think. Yeah, that was before Harrenhal, too. The Lannister Harrenhal. Just throwing guys in there. All right, now we got a Bastard Daughter. So lots of giant characters being played on the Martell side here. And I'm just kidding. Absolutely not. You can tell he's just building up his location base, putting out some weenies, not really caring what's going on. He's probably setting up possibly a Valor, maybe a Varys reset coming up in a turn or two. He's got no gold here to play Last of the Giants to bomb in a Varys, but I could see him just throwing out a Valor next turn. Why not? Your opponent's got like, what's he got? 7 characters on the board, a couple dupes. And your Bastard Daughter will go off, knock a card out of hand also. We'll see how it goes, but we do know this Cancer Lancer Martell deck here is reset heavy.
Moon Brothers is also
And it's looking to slow down the opponent, obviously with the classic table chair IKEA combo there of the Iron Throne and Chamber of the Painted Table. Looking to slow the opponent down if they do start gaining power.
I'll tell you.
Wink.
Could be anything.
Wink.
I don't know the card text. I'm not sure. I don't know the card text. What does the card do?
You're winning Dom pretty hard for you. Well, let's do. See you guys in the basketball.
So I think the Lannister player's passed his challenges here, and he's Martell player's now doing an intrigue challenge here with the Green Blood Trader being blocked by Ulf.
Thank you, sorry.
Forced reaction. Shaun being a gentleman there, reminding Alex he gets a draw card. And we got the Bone Weight trigger there, grabbing a Vengeance token after losing the challenge. And now a giant military challenge here with a Bastard Daughter for 1 strength. Does he want to give his opponent another card? He falls into bait. I think I would have just let someone die. I wouldn't have worried about it, but lets his opponent get a card and a Bone Weight trigger there.
Yep.
Dominus goes to the Lannister player, of course. Having more than just an Iron Throne out there worth of characters. Yeah, so it sounds like Alex has to chuck 1 card for a reserve. He's got the Iron Throne getting him up to 8, but he's got 9 cards in hand, which happens when you didn't marshal much there. Also good to see Alex, who is a Patreon of the channel. I appreciate Alex's support and everyone else that donates on Patreon.com. Hopefully helping me get to Worlds here so I can get you guys some more videos. So if you haven't donated already in the past, it would be appreciated. You can do so by clicking the link in the description below, going to patreon.com / Rob's Gaming Table. And at least jam that like button or hit subscribe. Those are free. At least do that. At least do that. But we got Varys Riddle into first snow winner, so Varys Riddle not doing anything there. And first snow, a good way to put some of those Klansmen that he started with on setup back in hand to get them out with Bestow on them or doing their ambush abilities. Like the Stone Crows, Klansmen, and Shaga there. That's who the other one is. On the other hand, it also gives Alex back a Green Blood Trader that he can use for more draw. And that's Mountains of the Mood played out on the Lannister side. And it looks like he's going to sit on 4 gold there and not do much else. Use that Western Fiefdoms pay for that location. Just going to sit on all this gold and start the jump here.
Yeah.
And Dornish Fiefdoms there, already getting 2 gold there with the Martell player going second. And duping up that Boneway, keeping it safe. But does he actually have any characters in hand that are 4 cost or higher that he even cares about putting in play? He'll most likely lose in military anyway. You might see his hand get full up here with cards and just have to chuck more to reserve. He's going to play a Rose Road, set up for next turn. And it plays the Lancer to knock a power away. Might as well, if you're going to get him back to hand anyway, just do his ability, spend your gold. He has another one in hand, it looks like. He obviously won't do it. There's no power out there, but we're going to see the Lancer come into play here for sure, since he has 2 of them. Definitely being a pain in the ass for his Lancer opponent there. Not on top of the Chamber of the Painted Table. So 5 gold looks like saved on the Martell side. So it sounds like 10 cards in the Martell player's hand. So like we said, he's got 8 reserve right now. He's going to have to pitch 2. We get 2 gold spent here on the Lancer side. We get a Clansman in play. Is he going to go all 3 challenges here? Risk running into a Gaston Grey. Trying to get some unopposed, maybe some claim. Fill up that Boneway. That's the tough spot he's in right now. Martell player just wants to lose some challenges. And he wants his opponent to have power on his house card so he can steal it. Or knock it away with a Vanguard Lancer. So see the way this Cancel Lancer deck has put you in a kind of a rock and a hard place scenario. It's by getting all its locations here already on turn 2. Basically had them all on turn 1. You're going to find it tough to get through here. Without some location control. And they obviously have dupes to back that up. It's a tough deck. I can see that to get through here. Because once you start getting aggressive, you start feeding that deck. And Shaun realizes that. He just passes. He doesn't want to put any power on his house card. He's going to just sit there with his dupe characters in play. Protected from a Varys or a Valor, but not both.
Is there a window? No. Okay. So, you win dominate? Yeah.
Sorry.
I caught it. Yeah.
So dominance goes to the Martell player.
You win dominate.
He's got a power now on the board.
I do the cards.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it for round 2. Not very exciting. But we're going to see Alex chuck 2 cards here.
After discard. No,
So it looks like he chucked a Bastard Daughter and a Vanguard Lancer there.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
And now we got Fallen from Favor. That plot I couldn't remember in the last video I saw it. The 7/7/1 with 7 reserve. On the left, sacrifice a character. Well, there's no character in play, so that plot seems pretty good when you have no characters on the board. And then summons on the other side, searching the top 10 cards, looking for a character here. And yeah, we appreciate Alex playing the extra house cards there. So, you know, just in case you didn't know which faction he's playing under the glare, we just heard him say, at least he's got the extra house cards and banners there, so we know, just in case. So I definitely appreciate that. I'm sure that's why he did it.
Take a
And Chella is who we get grabbed there on the summons for the Lannister side. Going to hand.
Fuck. Where do you want it? There, Nisha?
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, draw 2.
So winning initiative on the Martell side. He's chosen the Lannister player to go first. Probably just watches what he does and then decides whether he wants to play as Varys or not, if he's seen him yet. And we get the Dornish Fiefdoms trigger on the Martell side to get 2 golds. He's going second. It looks like we got another Rose Road in play on the Lannister side now. And Chell is in play. Chella may not be as good here with without characters on the other side of the board. If Alex doesn't put any in the way of Chella to kill to get her ear tokens going. And Green Blood Trader coming out there. Looks like Alex is digging for something. So he's got Burning on the Sands there as a choice and something else. I believe it was a character. And he takes the character. I think it was. Oh, it might have been an event, actually. Oh, Secret Schemes in his hand there now, we see. Juicy Martell card draw. I don't know if he has the Varys yet, though. I'm trying to see in his hand, but he's going to Secret Schemes there. Draw 2 cards since 2 are in the use pile. He is digging here. Just wants to grab that Varys.
10, 11.
And a Rose Road for a limited. I think he's got a Jack and Agar in hand. Looks like he's debating playing a priest or a Shy Priestess. And there it is, the Shy Priestess. Looking to kneel the Burnmen. He might just be trying to put intrigue icons out in front to prevent the range trigger from the Lannister player. But to be honest, I'm not sure what scheme plots would be in the Reigns deck to really hurt this Martell deck. All right, we got an intrigue challenge here with Chella to start. 2 gold sitting on the Lannister side. We got 4 gold, looks like, on the Martell side. No defenders declared. We got Boneway triggered, of course. Looks like actually during the actions before the challenge was done, after defenders were declared there, we have Shaga coming in, killing a clansman, triggering Chella to get an ear token. And he gave a icon to somebody, but I'm not sure what he gave. And then we get the Boneway triggered. Unopposed power gained. And Burning on the Sands to negate claim, since it was unopposed. Over to the Martell player for challenges. That's all he's going to do. Wow.
So for Dom, you have 10 plus 4. It's 14. I've got more than that. It's end of phase, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Is that common knowledge? Does he have to tell me?
Well, you can read the card.
I know. I know. They're weird about it, right?
It's end of phase.
I have, no, that's not what I mean. But I just mean like
He's not required to tell you.
strength. Okay, cool. Which I like, but they have weird rules, and so yeah. Okay, cool. So
Granted, you might want to
anyways,
ask the judge, not a judge.
it's fine. 12, 14. I am at 8 cards, which is my reserve.
So it just sounds like there was some discussion there over Ulf's ability and what strength he was at, whether the opponent has to tell him. Looks like dominance going to the Martell player. He's going to steal power with Chamber to Painted Table. And we got 3 power now on the Martell side, 0 on the Lannister side. This Martell deck definitely playing the long game. And we got counting coppers into close call. And a Birdman moved from the dead pile to the discard pile on the Lannister side, draws a card. 3 cards drawn on the Martell side, obviously. Both players looking to get a little bit of card draw going here. And it looks like Alex has quite the stack of cards in his hand there. As you see by that pile of pink cards, you might get confused which one's his deck and which one's his hand. Holy crap. And now he's running 11 reserve this turn. But did he get his Varys? I know that's what he's hunting for. I have this feeling. I could be wrong. I'm sure Alex will watch this and let us know in the comments what he was thinking. But he obviously is digging. You're definitely digging there, Alex. I can see it. Playing all your draw cards and only your draw cards. Just trying to get everything. You got all the locations, but you're definitely digging for some pieces. But I'm not 100% familiar with the deck. So now we got Big Daddy Tywin on the board. Is he going to get some protection? So right now he's open for a Varys. But I know Shaun's okay if a Valor happens because I believe he's playing Ghosts of Harrenhal. So we'll see Tywin come right back into play if he does get killed. Most likely. Unless some other shenanigans happen and someone else covers him up in the dead pile, obviously.
Safe to say the same with you.
No, man, I got one. Sweet.
So at some point, Shaun's going to have to go aggressive, I think, and just try to start grabbing power. He needs to get, maybe Tywin's not enough renown body on the board, but he needs to get some more renown on the board. And I think that second round where he had no opposing characters, I know he doesn't want to run into the his Viper's Eyes, but I mean, you just sometimes got to get him over with, and I think he could have nabbed a good amount of unopposed power there. Yes, he would have fed into the Bone Way and would have had a power to steal from the Chamber of Pain table, but I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just think maybe he should have been a little more aggressive, grabbing some more power, some unopposed power, because he's probably playing Treachery, and Treachery is great to use on the Bone Way. So as long as he can get a Treachery set up, he doesn't have to worry about losing all those challenges and that extra 3 power. 1 gold in a card can cancel that, but Edric, Dane, Storm, whatever Edric Storm is, right? He is in play now and can help win dominance for the Martell player. So that Chamber of the Painted Table is just looking more juicy. This top 4 round is timed 55 minutes, but as long as you're in the lead at the end of that last round, they play out the last round, and whoever's in the lead goes on to the finals here. So if Shaun just keeps stalling here, not claiming any power to slow down the Martell deck, the Martell deck's going to just keep eking out the dominance power. And maybe get aggressive with this Chuds there and get some Bone Way power going. And that could be enough to just win the game in the long run. So it's tough. You see he's sitting on the last of the Giants in hand. He's got his Viper's Eyes in there. He's got a Jack and Nagar like we thought earlier. And here we go. Big intrigue with Tywin. And I believe Chella. Tywin's a 7 here. Chella's +1, so I think she's a 4. So he's going for the Rains. I think. And the unopposed gets blocked by a Greenblood Trader.
I have first reaction.
And we get the Rains trigger here. And he's going to copy the other plot, which is a counting coppers to draw some more cards. Makes sense. Did he get what he needed, though? I mean, having a ton of cards in hand against a reset deck's not a bad idea. Seen all his roads. He just needs to draw into a little more economy, I think. But definitely a good steady flow of it on both sides. Shaun choosing a card for intrigue before Alex could finish putting all his cards down, because it might have taken a while, since he has so many. And of course, Tywin getting a renown there. Looks like he got rid of an Orphan of the Green Blood on the intrigue claim, which is one of the components that helps this deck sing for sure. Bouncing Lancers, bouncing other characters back to hand before you do a reset. Getting some extra Green Blood Trader draw. Bouncing another Orphan of the Green Blood after it's used all its bestow, just to play it out again later. Juicy stuff like that. Bouncing these Ashai Paresis so they can come back out and kneel again. I believe there's Melisandre in the deck from the core set to do some kneel. Bouncing a character after Last of the Giants, so they don't face the downside of that card and go right back to hand. So now we have an intrigue coming in from the other side using the Ashai Priestess. Again, Shaun not wanting to run into that military power from his Viper's Eyes reaction. Which I don't know what he's holding in hand that he cares so much about that he doesn't want to lose a card or two. But I mean, once his Viper's Eyes are gone, you're okay. Assuming this Cancer Lancer deck's not playing Annals of Castle Black, which it may very well be. And he can play them again out of his discard pile. That would be really crappy. To have to run into like 6 Viper's Eyes in a game, but... And we got a power challenge here with Edric. And going to get blocked by Timit. And we got the Boneway getting its 6th Vengeance token. Now in range to be triggered for 3 power during Dominance. And Dominance going to the Martell player, putting him at 4 power. And it looks like he's not going to trigger the Boneway in Dominance here. And it looks like the Lannister player has to chuck some cards for taxation here.
Put to the sword a Hound and a Whisper. Oh, wait forever.
Now, the Lannister player checked the put to the sword there for taxation. Not sure if he has another one in hand, but that could be a good answer to Varys. I don't know if it was good for him to chuck that. I know they got Treachery, like I said. Maybe he's got Nightmares too in the deck. He's not worried about a put to the sword, but looking at the board that the Martell player is putting out here, yeah, you could have free run with put to the sword, no problem. As soon as something decent goes on the board to target. So we got duel into Ghost of Harrenhal. And of course the Lannister player, they're tied for initiative, but the Lannister player has less power, so he gets to choose which plot goes off first. I would assume you choose duel. And then you can, yep, kneel Timit, kill Tywin, and then Ghost put Tywin back into play. And nobody in play on the other side since no death has happened. No military challenges.
Draw 2 now.
Shaun, I guess, playing the long game here. Setting up that juicy Ghost of Harrenhal, having no target on the other side. Maybe that was his master plan. Not so much the fear of his Viper's eyes. Just kidding. Definitely don't think that's what he was trying to do here. I don't think he'd care if like an Edric Storm would come back into play, I guess, but... So we see our first great haul here on the Lannister side. So just building up that economy. Should be fine with the full hand of cards. And if we do see a reset finally played here, we should see a good recovery from the Lannister player. But will it be in time? They've already played over 30 minutes now. And we're at 4-0 here for the Martell player. And he's another 3 power away. Or another 3 power could be gained on a bone weight trigger here. And any dominance phase coming up. Assuming there's no treachery to cancel it. And maybe that's why he didn't trigger it, because there was 1 gold left for the Lannister player there at the end of the last round. So a treachery could have happened, but... Okay, so Alex playing smart, wants to wait till the Lannister player has no money left. And then he can do that. So we see the Dornish Fiefdoms trigger there to get 2 gold for the Lannister, or for the Martell player going second. In between marshalling actions on the Lannister side. And he's going to save 4 gold. Not really put out much else here. He's got the Tower of the Hand in play. Maybe he's looking for that Harrenhal to start the Hound bounce, maybe. So the Martell player working with looks like 8 gold. And he has a Ocean Road also. And what Alex has to do here, if he wants to trigger that Bone Way, he's definitely going to have to put some other triggers that are juicy enough in front of Shaun that he wants to spend money on and cancel to use up some treacheries or make him want to spend that gold he has. So that way he can safely trigger that Bone Way. And nothing played on the Martell side. He's going to pass the crap ton of cards in hand. 7 reserve, 8 gold sitting there. I get this feeling both players are still looking for pieces, and they're both scared to go full force here on their game plan. But oh, we get Hota ambushed into play, which is why I guess he saved the gold. 5 cost ambush there to knock Tywin out of the challenge. And the fact no treachery played on that might be a tell that Alex might see that he can play that, can maybe do the Bone Way. And it sounds like Lannister player Shaun's passed over to Alex, the Martell player, to do his challenges. And we just heard the judge say 20 minutes left to play. Yeah, these turns definitely don't feel action-packed. Both players playing very passively, very slow, very methodical. But that's what the Martell player wants to see. And that's his game plan. He has no problem with it at all, I'm sure. But I bet it is frustrating to Shaun, the Lannister player. But still only a 4-0 game right now. So it's still not out of reach for either player to win this. A lot can happen in 20 minutes. So they'll definitely have to pick up the speed of play here if they're going to reach a 15-power victory, which I don't see happening at this point, but you never know. With both players not doing all 3 challenges, it's not going to be really that fast. Maybe Shaun's also wanting to see some more renowned characters, if he has any. I think he's got Jamie even. So we have a Stone Crows coming in.
That's fine. You can use dice if you want to.
Is that a pair up?
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. Just use 7 on it.
So yeah, they're going to switch the dice here for tracking the Boneway tokens. The Vengeance tokens. So he's at 7 now.
Plus 1 strength, right?
Correct.
12, 13, 8, 11, 12, 15.
And it looks like we had a military challenge with Hota. The unopposed is blocked by Shaga. And looks like the Stone Crows is killed for claim. And Dominance going again to the Martell player. Nothing to steal with Chamber of the Painted Table. So it's now 5-0. And no trigger on the Boneway again. You know what I think it is here? What I think Alex is not triggering the Boneway. He wants to wait till he uses those Viper's Eyes to snipe any treacheries from his opponent's hand. And once he gets at least one of those off and he can see what's in his opponent's hand, he'll then feel safe triggering the Boneway. Took me a while. I'm a little slow, but I'm putting it together here. I think I'm putting it together what the game plan is. He's got 1 in hand at least, but now he's chucking a ton of cards to reserve here. So Moon Brothers discard on the Lannister side. Looks like we got Littlefinger, Pyromancers, and I don't know what else, but it looked like 4 or 5 cards there chucked on the Martell side. And the next plot, we got Valor play on the Martell side and a March to the Wall on the Lannister side. And it looks like the Lannister player chose himself to go first, March to go off first. Tywin gets a March. And we get kill across the board. Looks like we'll have Ulf, son of Umar, and Timit saved with the dupes. And everyone else will die. No bastard daughters on the board. 2 of them are in the discard pile already. So no discard action there, which you usually see in the Martell Valor play. We see a bastard daughter now in hand of the Martell player. So looks like 7 gold. Western Fiefdom is a great haul to work with here on the Lannister side. Let's see what he marshals here after. Now it's a late Valor here, so we could see that Valor come right back around in a couple plots here. And there's Harrenhal, the 4-cost Lannister location into play. That's going to help here on these small boards. And he's got Tywin in hand, but he decides to pass. He's not going to use the Great Hall at all. Yeah, I guess Great Halls and 4 golds, 1 short for a Tywin. I'm sure he has ambushy cards plus Harrenhal that he can use.
You count your cards. Let's do deck line. Figure out what I'm doing.
So Alex has counted his cards left in deck. Sounds like 26. He's asked his opponent to count how many are left. So it sounds like he wants to know if he goes to tiebreakers, if he should keep drawing or not, or if he should slow down. So I'm sure
How much time is left?
13 minutes left we hear there. And I'm sure Alex, like I was saying, has gone to time more than once during this tournament. I see this deck can be fast, I'm sure, if the opponent goes fast into it. But the fact Shaun has not had much power on his house card at all during this game has definitely slowed Alex's power gain down. For sure. And Shaun playing the long game here, too, making his opponent have to keep hitting taxation, hoping those Viper's Eyes get pitched. But looks like Alex has stuck with one in hand for sure. So we got Shireen Baratheon out there, who's going to die at some point and kneel a character, assuming any military challenges happen. And we got a Bastard Daughter. So it looks like Alex is betting on Valor being the last plot there from the Lannister player. Assuming they're on plot 6. And Shireen and Bastard Daughter are great characters to play right before Valor. And we got Tyrion in play. 7-cost Clansman Tyrion. Using Harrenhal. So if he's still in play at the end of the phase, he will be killed. And we got a power challenge here with Timit. And we've seen in previous games, Shaun's used Tyrion to basically use his gold gaining ability. Just to gain some extra money to do some trickery. But we'll see if he does that here. If he wins, he's got the reaction here after he wins with a Clansman character on Tyrion. You can put a card to your hand. Or sorry, no. Return attacking Clansman to your hand. To choose one, either draw 2 cards, gain 3 gold, or raise the claim on your revealed plot card by 1 until the end of the challenge. Which, if he can switch it to power, or if he's doing a power challenge, I'm not sure if he's doing military here.
How much time?
10 minutes.
So looks like Timit's ability is triggered here to kill
Wait, hold on.
Shireen.
Sorry, we're just
Fine. So this reaction is going off
yeah.
to...
Okay, so the interrupt will happen before I have a reaction. My bad. Yeah.
So Tyrion gets an out there off Shireen triggering.
Reaction window?
And Gaston Grey will send Timit back to hand. And his Viper's Eyes is going off finally here. And he's going to rifle through his opponent's hand here and see what's there. We see Jaime Lannister in play. And Alex is being awesome, putting it on the table for us all to see. We got Widow's Will there, another Mountains of the Moon. We got Tyrion that just went back. Or no, actually another copy of Tyrion. It was Timit that went back. So we got Timit on the bottom there and Tywin. So he did have all 3 Viper's Eyes. So Tywin, Jaime, and Timit all going to the discard pile. So because Shaun prolonged it, he eventually just ran into all 3 of his Viper's Eyes. Instead of staggering them out through the game, he let them build up in the Martell player's hand, I think. And it looks like no Tyrion trigger. He could have sent a... Oh, he should have triggered Tyrion first to send a character back to hand, but I guess he triggered the kill first, which then knelt Tyrion. So that's tough. If he sent Timit back to hand, there would have been nobody to Gaston Grey.
9 minutes
But maybe he's okay with Gash and Grace sending back Timid. Yeah, I think you did that right, maybe. I don't know. If you guys think any differently, leave it in the comments below. And we have an intrigue here with Ulf for 4. I think 4. Yeah, no clansman came into play to buff Ulf. Ulf, son of Umar. No defenders declared. So that Boneway is most likely going to get triggered since he knows there's no treachery in hand. Unless Tyrion can get some card draw happening. And I think that's what needs to be done here. Yep, he's got to do it. Return him back to hand with Tyrion. And yeah, he's going to draw cards.
What are you putting in my hand? Oh, it's return. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're fine.
Drew into the Hound, and looks like a hand's judgment. Not the treachery he was looking for. That's too bad.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. One for opposed.
So every power counts right here. They might only have 1 or 2 rounds left to go, maybe even less. So that's why you're going to see them speed up a little bit here. We're down 4-3 for the Martell player. And now we got a military challenge coming in with a bastard daughter. And the Hound's going to come in there, spending the money. He's going to win, go back to hand. The Boneway trigger there. And Boneway now has 2 away from actually triggering twice if he can get 2 more dominance. So dominance win, steal a power with Chamber of the Pay Table and a Boneway. Gets 3 more power, and just like that, you see what this Martell deck does. Just plays the long game. Slows the opponent down, stealing power away, and then when it needs to, it can just shoot up enough power to win. Even if it doesn't close it out in time, it just now is winning 9-2, just like that. And that is a tall hill to climb for the Lannister player here. So we got March into Valor the other way around this time. So the Martell player is going to go first. He's going to force Valor to go off so he can hit the opponent's hand with a Bastard Daughter trigger here. And he gets the Hound. Ouch. That's a big grab. And we see you got Tywin and a Fever Dreams, I think, there on the draw on the Lancer side. So I'm not sure if he just used the Blood Orange Grove to pay for a Vanguard Lancer. I could be wrong. Unless I missed something else played there, but played a Blood Orange Grove and said he's going to use it, and then played a Vanguard Lancer. But maybe not. Maybe he paid for the Vanguard Lancer straight up and then used it for the next Martell character he played, which was the Orphan of the Green Blood. Just seemed like a weird order. But they are rushing here. You can tell they're trying to play really fast. Their lives are on the line here. Last day of Gen Con. This could be one of their last games, and the other one moving on to the finals. High stakes. Card design on the line. We see Last of the Giants and Varys are in the hand of the Martell player. And you saw him use those 2 Vanguard Lancers to just clear out any power that was on the Lannister player's house card. And I think Alex knows he has it. Shaun knows there's no chance of him coming back here.
Just Rains, right?
And Fever Dreams and a buck with Bestow, so we can draw a card if that character is used in a challenge, I believe. I think. I could be wrong. I don't remember what Fever Dreams does exactly. I played it like 2 games and then was like, it's not the greatest. But it's here at the top 4 in Gen Con, so I'm probably wrong. So yeah, Shaun's looking at his hand, has economy, doesn't know what to do here. 0 claim. It's not going to be gaining much power on this turn, for sure. Got little military, little power icons across the table to block your unoppose. 2 more Vengeance tokens need for another Bone Way trigger. And we got Ulf coming into play here. Marshaled. Still have Harrenhal that could be used to put someone into play. So military challenge, 1 strength with the Vanguard Lancer. And they're just playing it out here, but challenge lost. 5th Vengeance token now on the Bone Way. And a power challenge for 2 strength with the Orphan of the Green Blood. Two minutes left. This is most likely going to be the final round unless they speed it up and get through another one here. Sounds like... Yeah, so Alex thought that was... he's so used to going second, he thought he was done there, done the round, but he's actually going first. So over to Lancer player for his challenges if he has any. 10-0 right now for the Martells.
Whenever he kneels.
And we got Tywin coming in on the Harrenhal.
I have no actions.
And he's going to do a big intrigue. Looking to get a range trigger off, replace the claim 0 on Valor there. Maybe use a Tower of the Hand to bounce him back, send someone else back to hand.
Doesn't really matter what he does. So, if I have no defenders, I'm first player, so then I have to pass actions. Straight to the let's use this guy to return this month.
So 1 Vanguard Lancer bounce back with the Orphan of the Green Blood. Might see the other one bounce back.
I have no more actions. And I'm declaring
And no defenders.
Are we to reactions? Just want to know where we're at.
Yeah, we'll reactions. Yeah, first.
So Bone Way going to 6. And they got to finish the round now. Time has been called. Filthy accusations. Spending the gold on the Fever Dreams. Drawing a couple cards.
Do you have a reaction now?
And we got Tower of the Hand. Bouncing Tywin. Sending back the Vanguard Lancer back to hand.
No more reactions.
And the unopposed power gain. And we go to claim, the entry claim. And there's Varys grabbed. Not that he was doing anything this turn anyway. No gold left on the Martell side. To use the Last of the Giants. And we have Shaga coming into play there, killing a guy.
You don't want me to win the clean 15? All right.
And it sounds like Shaun's trying to stop Alex from getting to 15 and show people that the deck does something. So he's showing all the cool tricks here on camera.
Yeah, no defenders. Reaction. Tom?
So Dominant steals the power, chamber to the paint table. Shaun's just gonna concede it there. He knows he lost the game. And yeah, that was feel bad for Shaun. It's hard to be aggressive, but I wonder, what do you guys think in the comments below? Let me know if you think Shaun should have been way more aggressive there with that Lannister Rains deck early game and just started pressuring the Martell player and getting rid of his Viper's Eyes earlier in the game, or not. But he definitely didn't see his treacheries, which would have been juicy. But yeah, be curious to hear what you guys think. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. We got the finals coming up next. We should have the Melee finals coming up soon. We got Canadian Nationals coming up this weekend. So that should be live streaming on the channel. More videos coming from that. And hopefully some Worlds coverage coming up soon after that. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.